What's up, everybody? This is Chris, otherwise known as Music City Driver. Got my Cannibal Corpse shirt on today because I went to see Cannibal Corpse actually on, I guess that was Wednesday night. Yeah, it was Wednesday night, I believe. The days have been running together for me today lately, guys. So sorry about that. But yeah, it was Wednesday night the 6th. So I didn't do any driving that day. So as you can see, I killed it last week on Uber, especially Saturday. Last night I only did 162.71. That includes tips and all. Friday I did, or Saturday I did 322.93. Sorry if you hear a cat in the background. I got a cat meowing at the door. As you can see, I was only online for like a little bit less than 11 hours, and I made 322.93 on Uber. As you can see, I had $85 in tips, and here is where gets really interesting. $20 tip on a $13 ride at 1:57 a.m. That was pretty excellent, and I'm pretty sure it was surge too. I'm clicking on it here, sorry, but yeah, it's surge. So yeah, that was a surge ride of 1.9 surge, and the lady was really nice. She told me as she was getting out that she was going to give me a great tip, and I was like, yeah, thinking, yeah, right. Sorry, I got like a hair in my mouth. I was thinking, yeah, right. I'm actually at home today. Sorry, in case you guys are wondering. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. Some kind of stomach issue, and I got some allergy kind of things going on too. But a $20 tip on a $13 ride, not too shabby. Um, my biggest tip of the night came with my very first ride, which was right here. It was an Uber XL ride. It was only a 9 mile ride. As you can see, I got a $50 tip. It's just crazy. It blows my mind. So it was only a $21 ride. The guy, when I got there, he was really nice, a car dealer. And when I got there, the people were not quite ready, and they were actually on their way. Some of their friends, sorry, I got to move. Some of their friends were actually on the way in another Uber, but apparently they were held up because of a car accident. So he told me to go ahead and start the trip. That's why it's showing 31 minutes, because it doesn't take 31 minutes to drive 9 miles, even in Franklin. So I started the trip as far as just sitting in the driveway, which on Excel is a pretty decent waiting time. I mean, it's 21 cents a minute, 21.6 cents per minute. So 31 minutes of that's $6.75. But I mean, the guy gave me a $50 tip, for God's sakes. Anyway, and it was only four people, but they needed the back to put some gifts in. I guess they were going to like a holiday party kind of thing in Franklin at a restaurant. So that started my night off with a bang. From then on out, I did some great trips. As you can see, I did mostly Uber X if it was surged. I did XL and Select if it was not surged. Um, I mean, this right here was another Uber X that was surged. This was a 3.3 surge. And I got a $7 tip on it. A $7 tip on a surge. I don't know if it's just the holiday season. People are really generous or what, but I'm just like getting some awesome tips. So it's like I said, the Uber X's that you can see that were surged, and I had a Select that ended up not showing up on me, and another Uber X that ended up the guy called me and he goes, "Can you just cancel it?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I sat there for a few minutes, and then he canceled it. Either way, I got the cancellation fee. It didn't matter. And then my last ride of the night was actually a not really even a surge, but I ended up going like two different places, making a stop. As you can see, there's like a little in the middle of that. There's like this little side turn thing. That's where I made a stop for somebody. Um, I think I actually went to the store or something for them real quick or something. I can't remember. But anyway, um, yeah, but I definitely had to we had to drop somebody else off actually. It was like two guys and a girl, or no, I'm sorry, two girls and a guy. Dropped the guy off first, and then took the two girls way out west, which was out my way. So I just went home after that. Um, but decent trip there. They didn't give me a tip, but that's okay. It was on the way home. But as you can see, $85 in tips just on Saturday. It's pretty awesome. So yesterday, I usually don't drive on Sundays, and I actually did pretty darn good yesterday. So the only reason I drove yesterday was because I was sitting at my house and I got, well, this is a little bit misleading actually. I guess that was not my last ride, sorry. So there was a 4:42 a.m. ride that's counting as yesterday. Um, and this one was a pretty decent little jaunt of a ride there. Um, Started out downtown, went all the way out around, I guess that's around Hermitage area or something like that. Yeah, yeah, it's in a Hermitage area. $20 ride. It was a 1.3 surge, not a huge surge or anything, but so I started out yesterday at 5:21 p.m. as you can see. And the reason I did this is because I started in Dixon. I was sitting at my house, which is in south of Dixon, about 8 miles. And since Uber has expanded to cover the entire state of Tennessee now, I was actually sitting at my house when I got a call to go to Dixon. So it was about a 12-mile ride to get there, but it's fine because they went all the way into Nashville, all the way to the exit in Midtown Nashville. So turned out to be pretty good. The guy gave me a $10 cash tip on top of this, so a $43.57 ride to start the day off and kickstart it was not bad. I had a lot of long trips yesterday. It was very weird. So like I said, I dropped off at exit in, and then after that, I got a call from Franklin to pick up this lady and take her back to Antioch. Um, and so that was $14.64. And then while I was in Antioch, I got a while I was in Antioch, I got another call from Antioch that I went all the way over to Demunbrian to Doghouse Saloon. And then after I got done at Doghouse Saloon, I got this XL ride, which I felt kind of bad about, honestly. But it was a really inebriated girl, and it was just her in an XL. But she like totally fell asleep on the way. Everybody falls asleep in my vehicle. I don't know what it is. It's very comfortable, I guess. It's leather seats. It's pretty plush. It's got tinted windows. It's got their own climate control back there. It's a very smooth ride and everything else. So she went to sleep, but it was a 15-mile ride out to Antioch from Kung Fu over on Division Street. And this was not a surge at all or anything like that. Just a 21-minute ride, 15-mile ride out to Antioch. I had to wait for her a few seconds. But she actually came right out, but she was so drunk that she just like, she even fell asleep and forgot to tell me exactly where to go when we got in the apartment complex. But as you can see, made $26 off of that. Pretty good. Then I ended up getting a select ride. It was not very far. It was only 0.39 miles. But they gave me a tip. I think I picked them up in Germantown. Yeah, that's what it was. I picked them up in Germantown, took them to over on Broadway, which was another place for them to continue their drinking, I guess. But or maybe this was a different people that I'm thinking about. Yeah, yeah. Actually, these people started out right off of. They were downtown, I guess. Anyway, I can't remember where I picked them up and dropped them off, but it was a select ride, 0.39 miles, but they also gave me a $3 tip. So you get a $7.54 ride there. I did have some other rides that were just like, this was like a piddly little ride here. And then I had a ride that was actually pretty decent here. It was a 1.5 times boost, so it was $11.13. The Garth Brooks concert was really disappointing last night. The surge was almost non-existent because I think every driver in the like freaking region was here, I guess. They were all parked on Fifth Avenue waiting for the concert to let out, blocking traffic on both sides. It's really pathetic. And they probably didn't get much of a surge because, number one, there wasn't much of a surge. There was a surge for a little while, but it did not last as long as the surge did Saturday night. I got a decent Uber XL ride out of it. The surge was not even worth doing Uber X at that point for me. Like I said, keep in mind with this that I do run XL and Select and Lyft Plus. Lyft was actually non-existent for me yesterday. I don't think I took a single Lyft ride. If I did, it was only one. No, I didn't take any Lyft rides actually. Yeah, so Sunday, I did not take a single Lyft ride. And like I said, I think it's because so many people were out downtown. They had a 75% power zone right there beside Bridgestone Arena in the downtown area. So every Lyft driver that is here basically was congregated in that one area and just suppressed the crap out of the surge. The surge went up a little bit later, but I drove around inside a 200% surge for like 10 minutes and didn't get a damn single ride. So then I got this, which was an Uber XL ride. and I got it from downtown, from the Garth concert, all the way down to Battery Lane area, like South Nashville area. Pretty good, decent thing. Then he gave me $3 tip, so 22 bucks. So that was my night last night. So like I said, for the week, 60503 for Uber, not bad at all. So let me go to Lyft. I have to log into my little dashboardy here. Lyft, I did decent on Friday and Saturday. Sunday was non-existent. Saturday, I had less trips on Lyft than I did on Uber. It feels like there's more drivers running Lyft now, from out of state, out of town, all those places. Lovely, lovely. So I'm going to look back at last week, my driving history, and here it is. Nope, that's not it. Wrong day. I got a $4 tip, apparently. Here we go. What? Why is this thing messing up? Very odd. Okay, that's more like it. I was gonna say I made more than $4. So I had $40 in tips for Lyft. I only had 22 rides, 23 hours, 39 minutes, roughly 24 hours on. Had some bonuses, which are like the Power Zone boost things. And I did have some driver referral fees, which the only person I've ever referred finished out her referrals today or yesterday. 110 rides. She finished all 110 rides. So I got a few $53 in bonuses this last week from her. And I didn't have any cancellation fees. But as you can see, I did 401.47 for them, for Lyft. And this thing is freezing up for some reason. Yeah, so 401.47 for Lyft, plus $10 tip, cash tips. That's the only cash tip I really got was a $10 bill yesterday. So if you look at 411.47, pretty good. Let's do calculator. Let's see, 401.47 plus 10 plus the Uber earnings. I think I got over $1,000. So Saturday night, I made almost $470. It's freaking crazy. And I was only online for like 10 hours because I took like a break in there and ate dinner and stuff. So kind of nuts. So 60503. So the total for the entire week, which I only worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, was $1,016.50. Now keep in mind, like I said, just a disclaimer, I do run XL and Select on Uber. I do run Plus on Lyft. But I mean, honestly, I don't know if it was just right place at the right time for me because a lot of people were saying that they were dead and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm just rolling back and forth. Like, I'm just killing it. And I killed it all day Saturday. I had nice long rides. I had surged rides when I could get them. XL and Select rides mostly. Just really, really killed it that night. Over almost $500. That morning going to the airport sucked. I didn't get a single ride to the airport. So the last hour, 2 hours that I was driving around was completely dead. So I honestly could have gone home and had the $470 and only worked like 8 hours probably, which is kind of ridiculous. You think 8 hours for $470 something dollars? That's over $50 an hour. So anyway, that's crazy. So I did great this last weekend, guys. Garth Brooks is in town here. He played a concert on Friday night, Saturday night. I'm sorry, not Friday night. So Saturday night and Sunday night. He's actually starting. So he has 7 total shows in December. So he's done those 2 shows. He's got another show coming up this Friday and Saturday, I believe. And then he's doing another show on the 22nd and 23rd, and then another show somewhere else in there. But anyway, he's going to have a total of 7 shows. I'm hoping that they all sell out, and I'm hoping that the Nashville drivers here can keep them. That maybe the Memphis drivers and the Chattanooga drivers and the Knoxville drivers and the Georgia drivers and the Kentucky drivers and the Alabama drivers and the Mississippi drivers. I even saw a Mississippi tag for my dad, where my dad lives in Lamar County, Mississippi. What the hell? That's like 4 hours away. Stay home. Stay for Christmas. Stay home with your family for Christmas, please. But let the local drivers get all the Christmas stuff going on here. And just let us, I mean, surely there's enough business in Memphis. Surely. Memphis is a decently sized city. Atlanta is a decently sized city. Chattanooga's, getting bigger as well. It's growing. I just don't understand. Anyway, um, if you're hanging out here from 3 hours away, sleeping in your car, it's not worth it, man. Just stay where you are. You're not making any money. I mean, it's hard enough for people to make money here that live here and sleep at home every night, much less driving 300 miles away or more, um, staying in staying in your car to sleep. Anyway, ran over. So, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you're looking to drive for Uber or Lyft, look in the link down below. Lyft is actually getting pretty lucrative recently, and I actually really enjoy promoting Lyft because the bonuses that they give are actually bonuses, and they're not guarantees. So, um, for instance, the last one I just completed, actually, the lady I referred, she did 110 rides in 30 days and got like $300. It was like a total of 200 and something, or total of $2.73 a ride for the first 110 rides. Now, my bonus is up to 650 here in Nashville over 60 days. I forget how many rides, but it's an extra $3 and something per ride. But it's $3 and something per ride for both the person who refers you and for yourself. So check it out. My code is MCD0328 in the comments below. If you sign up for Lyft, just put MCD. It's Music City Driver. M is in Mary, C is in Charlie, D is in Delta, 0328. And it's easy to do. If you want to sign up for Uber below as well, I've got the link down there. They're mostly guarantees, is what they do. I will not turn down a referral for it, but just be aware that if it's a guarantee, you may end up not getting anything, because if you make what they say you will make in your guarantees, then you get no free money. So that's why I like Lyft. Even if you don't finish with Lyft, even if you don't do all 110 rides or 200 rides or whatever it is, then you still get partial payment. Whereas before, you had to make every single ride within a certain time period to even get the bonus. So I really like the way that Lyft is doing that. So I do highly recommend that. To be honest, I haven't been using Mystro as much lately. There is a referral link down there if you want to try it out for a free 30-day trial. There's nothing to lose on that. Honestly, I have not been using it as much lately. I don't know. I'll have to make another video about that. Having some second thoughts now about Mystro. Anyway, not second thoughts as in, I mean, I still think it's a valuable app. I still think it's good to use, but I'm starting to think that I make more money without it, which is kind of weird. But anyway, so guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will be back with another video hopefully later this week. It's been a little hectic for me lately, so hope you guys are all doing well. If you're out driving, please be safe, and peace out.